The lawyer smirked at me inside the courtroom. My wife whispered, "He won't even fight back." But they had no idea who I really was, and that today, their entire world would collapse. If you believe Betrayal deserves justice, hit the like button, share this story, and subscribe for more real-life twists that will leave you speechless. The courtroom smelled of old paper and polished wood, the kind of place where lives were quietly dismantled. I sat at the petitioner's table, my posture straight, my uniform's medals gleaming under the dim lights. I wasn't wearing them for the judge, I wore them for myself. A reminder of battles I'd fought before this one. Across the room sat Claire, the woman who once vowed to stand beside me, and beside her, her new prize Ethan Cole, a lawyer with slicked back hair and a grin carved from arrogance. He leaned back in his chair, his voice dripping with mock sympathy. "The judge is my friend, soldier. You're walking out of here with nothing." Claire smirked. "He's too scared to even speak. Just sign the paper, Daniel." Ethan slid the settlement across the table, everything I'd worked for, gone with a stroke of ink. I didn't touch the pen. Instead, I locked eyes with him. "You really don't know who I am, do you?" 3 years earlier, I never would have believed this moment possible. Claire was my anchor, or so I thought. We met when I was still serving overseas. She said she admired my loyalty, my discipline, my sense of duty. Maybe she did it for a while. But soon I realized what she truly admired was the attention she got being the officer's wife. When I returned to a desk role, she grew restless. She wanted parties, not paperwork. Excitement, not stability. I told myself it was just adjustment. Then came the excuses. Late-night work dinners. Phone calls taken in the garage. Vacations with girlfriends that didn't exist. The truth slapped me in the face one night when I came home early from a training seminar. Ethan was in my living room, wineglass in hand, his jacket tossed casually over my chair. He didn't flinch. He only smirked. "Guess you're home early, soldier." It wasn't just betrayal. It was mockery. And I knew then, the next fight wouldn't be fair. But unfair fights were the ones I'd been trained for. Back in court, I let them mistake my silence for fear. Claire's nails tapped impatiently on the table while Ethan smirked, thinking I was cornered. What they didn't know was that for 3 months, I'd been preparing. Not with lawyers. With skill. With precision. I traced their hidden accounts. I collected photos, bank transfers, even statements from friends Claire had burned along the way. But the sharpest blade in my arsenal wasn't paper, it was sound. A contact from the CID had helped me set up a perfectly legal wiretap at one of Ethan and Claire's dinner celebrations. Their arrogance was astounding. "The judge will sign whatever we put in front of him," Ethan had bragged. Claire's laugh followed. "Daniel's too scared to fight back." Every word was on tape. And in my briefcase, labeled quietly as Exhibit X. The judge cleared his throat. "Mr. Reed, either sign the settlement, or state your objection." I stood slowly, my jacket buttoned, my voice steady. "Your Honor, I do object. And I have evidence." Ethan scoffed. "There's no new evidence on record, Your Honor. Just another stall tactic." I placed the recorder on the table. Labeled Exhibit X. "For the court." The judge frowned. "Proceed." I pressed play. Ethan's voice oozed through the speakers. "Don't worry, Claire. The judge is my buddy. We'll bleed him dry and toast to it in Cabo." Claire's laughter filled the room. "He's too weak to stop us." The gallery gasped. The judge's eyes darkened. He leaned forward. "Mr. Cole, is that your voice?" Ethan stammered. "Why, Your Honor, that's out of context." The gavel slammed. "Enough." Bailiff, seize that recording for evidence. The silence that followed wasn't victory yet. But it was the turning of the tide. The case didn't end that day, it detonated. The DA opened a criminal inquiry. Ethan was charged with conspiracy and bribery. The judge he'd bragged about? Suspended. Claire? Named a co-conspirator in financial fraud. Their perfect plan shattered. News headlines screamed, attorney exposed in divorce scam against veteran. Ethan's career went up in flames. Claire's accounts were frozen. Her luxury car repossessed. The condo she bought with stolen money? Seized. Weeks later, a new judge granted me full custody, full ownership of my assets, and immediate dissolution of the marriage. Claire's hands shook as the gavel fell. I leaned toward her and whispered. You told me I had no choice. You were right. I had to destroy you. I walked out free, my children waiting for me outside, smiling for the first time in months. And Claire? She sank deeper. No lawyer. No money. No friends. A letter came one day begging for help. No apology. Just desperation. I sent back a single photo of me and my kids at the cabin I'd just bought, all of us smiling. On the back, I wrote, You were right. I had no choice. I chose to live well, without you. Because sometimes, the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's walking away and watching the fire consume only the ones who lit it. If you believe justice always finds its way, hit like, drop a comment about what you would have done, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories of betrayal and reckoning. Because here, every lie meets its shadow, and every betrayal finds its price.